Traffic, 2000, directed by Steven Soderbergh, is a gripping ensemble drama that delves into the complex web of the international drug trade. The film is structured around three interwoven narratives that unfold across different geographical locations, each illustrating a distinct facet of the drug crisis. The first storyline follows the newly appointed U.S. drug czar, Robert Wakefield, played by Michael Douglas. As a conservative judge from Ohio, Wakefield is tasked with spearheading America's war on drugs, a role that becomes deeply personal when he discovers his teenage daughter, Caroline, is struggling with addiction. This personal conflict forces him to confront the harsh realities of the drug epidemic, blurring the lines between his professional duties and familial responsibilities. The second narrative centers on Javier Rodriguez, portrayed by Benicio del Toro, a Mexican police officer caught in the crossfire of his country's drug war. Rodriguez navigates the perilous world of drug enforcement, contending with corruption and violence as he strives to do the right thing. His journey exposes the systemic challenges faced by law enforcement in Mexico, where cartels wield significant power, often outmatching the authorities. Del Toro's nuanced performance earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, highlighting the moral ambiguity and personal sacrifices that define Rodriguez's life. The stark cinematography, with its distinct yellow filter, underscores the oppressive heat and tension of the Mexican landscape, adding a visceral layer to Rodriguez's story. In the third storyline, the film shifts its focus to the affluent suburbs of San Diego, where Helena Ayala, played by Catherine Zeta-Jones, grapples with the arrest of her husband, Carlos Ayala, a wealthy drug trafficker. Initially oblivious to her husband's illicit activities, Helena is thrust into a dangerous world as she takes control of the drug operation to safeguard her family's future. Her transformation from a sheltered housewife to a fierce matriarch underscores the pervasive influence of the drug trade, cutting across social and economic boundaries. Zeta-Jones delivers a compelling performance, capturing Helena's evolution and the desperation that drives her to make morally questionable decisions. Soderbergh employs a distinctive visual style to differentiate the intersecting storylines, using color-coded filters to create a unique aesthetic for each narrative thread. This stylistic choice not only aids in guiding the viewer through the film's complex structure, but also enhances the thematic depth of the story. The blue tint associated with Wakefield's storyline conveys a sense of cold detachment, reflecting his initial naivete in the sterile political environment he navigates. In contrast, the warm hues in Rodriguez's scenes emphasize the harsh, gritty reality of the Mexican drug war, while the pristine whites and cool tones in the Ayala segments highlight the superficial tranquility of suburban life, disrupted by underlying chaos. Traffic is lauded for its unflinching portrayal of the multifaceted nature of the drug trade, avoiding simplistic resolutions in favor of a more realistic depiction of systemic issues. The film's ensemble cast, including standout performances from Don Cheadle, Luis Guzman, and Topher Grace, contributes to its authenticity and emotional depth. Soderbergh's direction, combined with Stephen Gahan's incisive screenplay, crafts a powerful narrative that challenges viewers to reconsider preconceived notions about the war on drugs. The film's critical success, winning 4 Academy Awards, including Best Director and Best Editing, cements its status as a landmark in the genre, offering a sobering exploration of a global crisis that continues to resonate today. The 2000 film Traffic, directed by Steven Soderbergh, is renowned for its intricate storytelling and multi-layered narrative, but what many might not know is the unique way it was brought to life. Soderbergh, known for his experimental style, took on the dual role of director and cinematographer, opting to shoot under the pseudonym Peter Andrews, his father's name. This decision allowed him to maintain a distinct visual style that utilized various color palettes to differentiate the film's interwoven storylines, a choice that made each narrative thread visually unique and thematically resonant, underscoring the cultural and geographical disparities in the global drug trade. The film's innovative use of color filters, such as the cold blue hues of Washington, D.C., and the warm sepia tones for Mexico, speaks volumes without the need for dialogue, effectively guiding the audience through the complex web of stories. Behind the scenes, Traffic was a testament to Soderbergh's collaborative spirit and willingness to embrace improvisation. The film's production was a whirlwind, with a relatively low budget for such an ambitious project, forcing T.H. crew to think creatively. For instance, the scene where Michael Douglas's character, Robert Wakefield, enters Mexico was shot guerrilla style at the real U.S.-Mexico border. The production team had no permits, and the extras were actual pedestrians crossing the border, lending authenticity to the scene. Moreover, Soderbergh encouraged actors to improvise, allowing for organic performances that heightened the film's realism. This approach was particularly evident in Benicio del Toro's performance, who infused his role as a conflicted Mexican cop with a nuanced depth that would earn him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. The film is also riddled with subtle Easter eggs and nods to its thematic core, many of which are easily overlooked. One fascinating detail is the choice of locations, which often mirror the characters' internal struggles. For example, the sterile, stark environments of Washington, D.C. reflect the political coldness and detachment from the on-the-ground realities of the drug war. Additionally, Soderbergh's decision to use real locations instead of sets whenever possible adds an extra layer of authenticity. The film's score, composed by Cliff Martinez, further complements its narrative structure, using minimalist soundscapes to underscore the tension and complexity of the intertwined stories, a technique that subtly enhances the emotional impact without overwhelming the senses. In terms of psychology, Traffic delves deep into the moral and ethical ambiguities faced by those involved in the drug trade, from policymakers to street-level dealers. It challenges viewers to consider the futility of the war on drugs, presenting a tapestry of interconnected lives where every character, regardless of their intentions, is caught in a systemic web that offers no easy solutions. The film's fragmented narrative structure mirrors the chaos and unpredictability of real-world drug enforcement, forcing the audience to confront the uncomfortable truths about addiction, power, and corruption. This psychological depth is further emphasized by the personal struggles of characters like Judge Wakefield, whose professional and personal lives collide in unexpected and devastating ways. The impact and legacy of Traffic have been profound, influencing both cinema and public discourse on drug policy. The film's critical and commercial success, grossing over $200 million worldwide and winning 4 Academy Awards, including Best Director for Soderbergh, sparked renewed conversations about the effectiveness of drug prohibition. It inspired a generation of filmmakers to explore social issues through similarly complex, interwoven narratives, paving the way for future ensemble dramas like Babel and Crash. Moreover, Traffic has been credited with influencing public policy discussions, encouraging a more nuanced understanding of the drug crisis and the need for reform, showcasing the power of film as a catalyst for social change. Ultimately, Traffic stands as a cinematic milestone for its bold storytelling and innovative approach to a multifaceted global issue. Its legacy endures not only in its artistic achievements, but also in its contribution to a broader societal dialogue. By seamlessly blending compelling narratives with stark realism, Soderbergh created a film that resonates with audiences on multiple levels, challenging them to reflect on the complexities of a world where choices are rarely black and white. Its influence continues to reverberate, a testament to the enduring power of film to illuminate the human condition and provoke meaningful conversation.